Just sitting here chilling. Figured I'd jump on here and see if I get some people. Probably stay on here for a little while, and if nobody jumps on here within probably, I'd say, I don't know, I'll give you 15 minutes. How about that? And then I'll jump back off.
Bro,
That's plenty of time. I didn't jump. I pulled myself forward. This will. It's 1:34 our time right now, so.
I was about to say, you shouldn't play music.
That's weird.
I gotta go take a fucking piss.
Yeah, you go do that.
Yeah, go do that. Just.
Oh, earlier today we had almost 50 people on. If you weren't here earlier, we're just doing the sugar beet harvest, so it's a seasonal job. It just gives us a little extra cash. So, yeah. And I haven't had time to get on and post anything. So I figured if I can't post what I normally do, I could at least do these while I'm doing this. It's something. Well, I see somebody's on right now. Not sure who that is. Hi, whoever. Oh, we got 18 people. There we go. MAGA ranting channel? No, this is not a MAGA ranting channel. I took a chance and tasted my own shit, and it tasted horrible. That's weird. Hey, Movie Seeker, how you doing? Grace Diaz, how you doing? Players Incorporated. I'm sure you're just trying to be funny. That's fine. That's cool. Conrad. How you doing, Conrad? Are you saying that you're sick of the MAGA ranting? Like, are you? Is it because you're not conservative, or? Nah, I don't care. Okay, yeah, cool. That's fine. I don't condone it. I mean, I like everybody, so it doesn't really matter. I'm Team America. Yeah, what's going on? Not much, JT. Right now I'm doing a sugar beet harvest. It's a seasonal job. It helps out with a little bit of money in the pocket, you know. So I figured I'd do these lives because I can't post normal like I normally do. So because I'm doing 12 hours a day at night, and I usually post at night. So talk like an owl. Who talks like an owl?
Bro got you with the joke.
Oh, I appreciate it, JT. How does an owl talk? Ah. You a jokester, Conrad?
I told you, he got you, bro. He got you.
That's funny.
Yeah, my side quit.
It quit?
And it didn't
No,
quit, but
can't
it's
quit.
not.
Hey, Cameron, how you doing today? Or tonight? I don't know where you're from, so it's night for us right now. It's about 1:39 in the morning.
Gotta love doing beet harvesting.
You're all right, Conrad. That's cool.
Colorado.
Yeah, we're doing sugar beets, which is it's like sugar cane, but they do it with sugar beets. Ohio? Okay, cool. So you ain't that far from me. I'm in Michigan. Hey, how you doing? Play Skyrim.
Oh, that's why. It's closed.
You closed it? No, come
Yes.
on, man.
I closed it.
I'm doing pretty good. How about you? Just waiting for beet trucks to come in, and it's usually dead around this time, and I'm just trying to have something going on for my channel because, like I said, normally I post at night. I'm one of the ones that do like a lot of creative stuff, like draw, 3D prints. Thinking about getting into teaching people how to draw. Just depends. I like to do jokes. Yeah, all good stuff. That's good.
It's getting warm.
Yeah, it definitely is getting warm in here. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to do it. Because a lot of people who teach people how to draw on here, they miss so many steps. And I'm trying to figure out how to do it in a way that is simple for people so that they can draw and be like, oh man, I did that. I think it'd be kind of cool. Especially like with digital, like Adobe programs. That way they can do like Illustrator, like a vector program. They can draw and make their own graphic designs, or they can do cartoons, or they can do live or like real life looking drawings, and I think it would be pretty cool for people.
Supervisor just drove by.
Can you be a mod, like a moderator? Who's got serial killer vibes? Right, I feel the same way. If people could come away with skills, and they can learn it fairly quick, I think it would be awesome. I've been drawing since I was probably 5 years old, so I got 4 degrees in it. I'm not sure. Play Skyrim. I'm still learning the live part of this, so I'm not really sure how to do the moderator part.
He's watching from afar.
But if I can figure it out by next time we do live, if you're in here, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind it.
You'd have a lot of subscribers.
Yeah, I would have a lot of subscribers. I just got to figure out how to do it You can teach me?
Watch the supervisor as he sits in his habitat, cruising around in his little 4x4.
Add Q&A. That's kind of cool. Don't want it though. But yeah, that's cool. So they can do Q&As there. Alright, yeah, I mean, if you can teach me, that'd be cool. Messi is your twin. Who's Messi? Is it, do I say your name, is it Quamical? Yeah, I think that would work good with the lesson, like a mini lessons, and then they could just go through each one of them if they wanted to for shorter videos. I know. I mean, I like watching longer videos, but not everybody does. I wish they would, but yeah, like, unfortunately, I think the brain nowadays, people don't want long videos. It's just too much. I'm thinking like anywhere from like 1 to 3 or 1 to 5 minutes long. Yeah, I just like longer videos, and like I can jump to the places that I need in the video. And I also can do 3D, like in Blender. I don't know if anybody knows what Blender is. Or ZBrush. Way too hot, dude.
Cooking.
Now you're gonna cook my phone.
You're gonna cook my phone.
You anybody do 3D, like 3D objects through like Blender, Maya, what's the other one? 3D Max, ZBrush. Yeah, yep. So my thing, I do a lot of Adobe, and I was thinking like, so right now I'm doing time-lapse ones, and you can slow it down if you needed to see what I'm doing. But I'm thinking like maybe if I did the or like a longer time-lapse, short, like not as fast, but then like talk over it so that when I'm doing things, I actually tell somebody like, you know, what this brush is, what this tool is, what this tool is, so that they know. Yep.
We'll get paid.
Yeah, I've been working with Adobe. I'm 43 now, and I've been doing Adobe products since I was probably 13. So I know a lot about Adobe. Adobe's probably, I would have to say, when it comes to creative, anything digital, creative stuff, is probably the top of the line. You're not going to get any better. I mean, there are people do like using like Corel. And then there's another one called, I think it's called Serif. And then you got your free ones. But the free ones, they work if you can't afford it, but they're never as good as the ones that aren't free, because they use that money towards making their product even better.
What is it with all these chicks, bro?
What's up? Nice.
Second one in a row. What is this?
See, I don't really necessarily like. I have like a what do you call it, where you can pay to be on it, but everything I do is free. It doesn't matter, because a lot of the stuff that I do, I just tend to use the ads that YouTube puts on my channel helps pay for the free channel. You know what I mean? So I don't ask for any money. If someone, like, say, donates money to me, thank you very much. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to ask you guys to do super chats or anything like that, because the ads pay for itself once you get enough people watching your videos. You don't really need the memberships and stuff like that. I mean, I have a membership, and that's basically just for people that want to donate to keep me moving. But I'm going to do it regardless. I've been on for 5 years. I haven't made much, because obviously 5 years is, it's honestly a beginner's YouTube channel, right? Like, I'm just getting to that point where I'm starting to be more fluent on what I'm doing or what I wanted to do. I actually have 4 channels now. I have NunnBreakable, which is this one. This is my original channel. That's why the niches are, there's so many niches on this one channel. But I started breaking them up. So now we have NunnBreakable Gaming, we have NunnBreakable Creative Arts, we have NunnBreakable Rants. That one's not up yet, but it's going to be. And it's just going to be like ranting about whatever. And then what's the other one? Oh, NunnBreakable Outdoors, which is going to come out, probably be starting this summer. We're going to start doing that channel. Yeah, we got quite a bit of channels that are coming out. I've noticed many. Yeah, they don't. We were just talking about that. Yeah, they don't need it. They can get paid as long as they keep getting ads on their channels. Nobody needs to pay for it. I mean, these guys make, the big channels, just the ads alone, they make hundreds of thousands of dollars. I was on a channel with a violinist, and I asked a question, and he said, I need to pay for the answer. No, you don't need to pay for the answer. I don't like people like that. I would rather give you guys what I know, because that's helping you out, you know? I don't want people to have to pay me to do it. Like I said, if you guys were to donate, thank you very much, but I'm not asking you to. Because at the end of the day, those ads are going to pay for the channel so that you guys can watch it for free. That's the whole point of it. Or me later on getting promotional stuff, like I have one that's coming out soon. It's like an energy drink, but it's natural. I mean, those are the things that help pay for the channel, so that you guys don't have to pay for it. That's what I don't get. And the ones that want you to pay for them, they're just greedy. Absolutely. And if it's good, you're gonna get the super chats and the gifts, and every time I do, I'm thankful for it. You know what I mean? But I'm not gonna ask anybody for it. I want people to see my stuff because I'm proud of what I do. I'm not gonna force you guys to pay to see more stuff. You know, like I said, I only made the membership thing. Wasn't for like extra videos, because there's nothing really on it. It's just more so to help support me, but it's not something you have to do. I'm not gonna force your hand, you know what I mean? I'm not greedy. Definitely not greedy. I like doing this because I like showing everybody, and I would love to teach. And if I'm teaching you guys, you won't have to worry about paying for that either. I ain't doing classes that cost you money. I'd be doing classes that help you get there. I wish somebody would have done that for me, you know. I also have degrees in film and video, so I can actually act, direct, stuff like that as well. And I would wish that somebody would pass that down to get the next generation to do as good as we do, you know. I don't know why they need all that extra cash. Like you said, if you got enough people watching it, it doesn't matter. You're gonna make money. All good points, Conrad. That's in Canada.
I know.
Yeah, I feel that too, because when I started working with like ZBrush and Blender, doing 3D stuff, because I do 3D prints, so I don't want to just buy other people's prints. I want to be able to make my own and print my own out, you know. And there's so many people out there that teach, but they only teach like a limited amount of stuff, not enough to where you need it to make it, you know. So they get you almost to that basic principle, and then you got to pay them, which is not cool. And I can tell you guys right now that won't happen at this channel. Um, if I can teach people, I'm going to. I just want to figure out a way to do it so it's simple, so that when they start drawing or they start doing digital stuff or they start wanting to do like 3D animation or 2D animation or any kind of creative arts, because I mean honestly I can do all that, painting. I would like to be able to teach them from the front to the end, from the beginning to the end, and not miss any parts, so that they can go, wow, step by step, I just did that. You know, I think that would be awesome. And then if they can do that, then they can do something else that I didn't teach them, because they have the basics on how to do it. Like shading, a lot of people don't know how to shade. I see so many times people are like, oh yeah, all I can do is stick figures. No, you can do more than that. You just got to know how to do it. So I just started the channel that's called NunnBreakable Creative Arts. I've only put shorts on it right now because, like I said, we're doing the sugar beet harvest for the season. The season should be over by next week, and then I'm gonna focus on doing the teaching on NunnBreakable Creative Arts. So if you go, I don't think it's on the main page right now, but if you just type up NunnBreakable Creative Arts, you'll see the channel, and just hit the subscribe and notification on there. And I should be doing it probably after this week. I'm probably going to take a couple days off after we're done working the 12s, and then I'll start working on the teaching, because I'm going to do, like I said, I'm going to do 3D prints. I'm going to teach how to do regular drawings, like cartoons. I'm probably going to teach how to do live looking characters. Like if you wanted to say do a portrait, I'll probably teach how to do that with the shading and everything to make it look real. If somebody wants to learn how to do Blender, where they can make 3D figures, I'm going to do that as well. Anything that somebody wants to learn how to do, that is in the creative section, you know, just let me know, and I'll do my best to teach you guys. I spent $600 on a 3D print program uh, and machine, and man, I tell you what, it's a lifesaver when you need something. You can pretty much print anything. If you make it, you can print it. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that, Conrad, for sure. And then if there's something that you want to learn, yeah, just let me know, guys. If there's something that you're interested in that you're just not sure on how to do it, just let me know what it is that you guys want to do, and I'll put it on the channel, and I'll try to do it step by step so that you guys can make it happen. Like I'd rather get it out there, you know. Hey, the more you guys can do that, the better. And so many people make, you can't imagine how many people make money off of art. Just like showcases alone, if you're really good at it, you can make a ton of money off it. I want to have a twerking competition. I mean, hey, or tweaking or okay, twerking. All right, you know, I mean, that's a creative thing, right? How you doing, Darren? So, are you guys? I'm doing good. Yeah, I'm just sitting here right now waiting for a truck to come in. Nighttime's usually very, very quiet. Yeah, so it's 2 o'clock here in the morning. Well, I work 12s right now, so I start at 6:30 in the afternoon, and then I'm done working by 7. It does suck, but it's only a seasonal thing, so within like 2 weeks we're done. And we work every single day. We don't have a day off, so. But it's good money. Yeah. It's always nice to have it. It's once a year, and it's extra cash that comes in, you know. And then you can put that away in the bank and hold on to it for case of emergency times. That's what I do anyway. Yeah, I went live earlier today, and I had a few people on live earlier that I think it was like 50 people or something like that, and had some pretty good conversations. Okay, yeah. Yeah, invest. You invest, yeah. What do you invest in? Stocks. You pretty good at figuring out what stocks to invest in? Yeah, Nvidia is pretty good. Apple, yeah, for sure. That's what I'm doing this on right now is an Apple phone. It's definitely good, and I think Apple's probably going to be a really good one to invest in right now because they're bringing like I think $400 billion back into the United States. So that's a definitely a good one to invest in. Anything big technology for sure. If you were around when Microsoft first came out and you invested in them, you were probably richer than hell. You know what else is really good to invest in? I will say, is domain names. I know a lot of people don't think about it, but if you can buy a domain name that you think might get famous one day, I had a buddy of mine from New York. He invested in a bunch of domain names, which is like your .com names, and he invested in NASCAR.com and a couple other businesses right before the internet really kind of took off, and NASCAR had to buy the name off of him. He called it portfolios. So he would take all these domain names and he'd put them in a portfolio. And every time somebody wanted one, they had to get a hold of him, and he got to make the decision on how much he was going to make because he owned it. I've been doing it for 20 years. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I want to invest. I'm just too afraid to figure out which ones to invest in. But yeah, my buddy now is like a multimillionaire. Travels the country. I mean, just crazy. And he did it. He started when he was 16. His mom and dad were about to lose the house, and he asked his mom and dad for $50, and he ended up buying all these domain names. And within like 2 years, the internet started to blow up because it went from just dial-up to they started doing that. It was still through the phones, but it was a little bit more high speed. And so all these companies started calling him to buy these names off him, and he started selling them. Next thing you know, he's making a fortune, and pulled enough money out to pay off his mom's house. And um, the guy has like Lamborghinis, you name it, he's got it. I think he has like 4 Vipers, like just crazy. He gave away a free Lamborghini like 4 years ago, 5 years ago. Oh, I bet. I'm sure that stocks can do that, especially if you know what you're doing. Yeah, now he owns a place in Florida, and he built like one of those mini mall things. Man, I can't remember the name. I'm actually from Florida. We're in Michigan now, but um, he he uh, he built a mini mall, and he put like a couple different things in there. Man, I tell you what, it took off because it starts. The town starts with a D, and I can't remember what it. But it's a big like um, big town where people retire and they just kind of live there. So almost everybody there's got some kind of money, and he makes money left and right just off that mini mall now. And he paid cash for it to have it built. It's just a money maker for him. Yeah, I definitely. I mean, I think that's how everybody starts. They don't know. They just kind of throw it in there and hope to God it works, right? Yeah, that's the scary part of it. But once it does work, then you start to understand like where you are and what you need to invest in, right? Yeah, stick with the big names. Yeah, obviously, because I feel like the big names would help you keep going. Otherwise, if you go with this, see, I mean, I don't know, because sometimes these small names get big, and then holy crap, you just made a lot of money. You know, like for instance, like when Microsoft was small, they blew up. They were, you know, he was the richest man in the world for a while, and then you got Elon Musk, who's now the richest person in the world. And who would have thought that, you know, because the companies he owns, you wouldn't think that that would have made him all that kind of money, but it did. So if you invested in those guys back when they were small, bam, you just made a lot of money. But I mean, to be safe, yeah, I think it would be to stick with the big ones, you know. That way you know that it's not going to crash on you. And then once you start getting more and more money, then maybe jump a little bit into the smaller companies that you think is going to grow. True. You still make that. Yeah, I think it would be awesome. I know there's companies out there that help you learn, but I think you got to pay them, or they'll take your money and put it in stocks that they feel like they could go somewhere with it. But then you got to trust that these people know what they're doing, you know, instead of doing it on your own. For sure. I'm sure it did change, especially if you pick the right ones, you know. Yeah, I'm not sure you need it either. I think if like maybe if you're worried that you're going to pick the wrong ones. But then again, you're spending money on the stocks, plus you're spending money on the people putting your money on the stocks. So you're spending more than what you need. Yeah, Blue Chips. Isn't that a movie? Is that the operator?
No. That's the guy in the Ford.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. There is a movie called Blue Chips. I think it has something to do with stocks. I think it has, if I'm not, if I'm not mistaken, it has, what's his name from Orlando Magic's in it? Shaquille O'Neal. I think it has him in there. I'm not positive. It's been so long since I've watched that movie. But that might be where the word blue chips came from. I'm not really familiar with stocks. But if it could make me money, I wouldn't mind being a little bit more familiar with it. And last year I just had carpal tunnel surgery in my hand that I actually draw with, and it's had issues for the past year. But thankfully I can still draw, which I was afraid of that one. Okay, that makes sense. It's just a well-known term for big names, continued stocks, and reliable stocks. Yeah, that makes sense. Right, I feel that too. Yeah. Oh, I didn't even want to do the surgery because I was too afraid that it was going to screw up my hand. But the doctor, he's in his 60s, 70s maybe. He told me it wouldn't affect it, and I said okay. He goes, no, if anything, it'll make it better. Well, the problem is I went to work 2 days after the surgery, and the people I worked for forced me to do more with my hand than I should have been because it's supposed to heal for 6 weeks, and so I have built up cartilage in my hand right now. That needs to he has to open it back up and scrape it out, but because my insurance already covers the surgery, I have to go after that person in order to fix that part of my hand. But thankfully, it's not hurting my drawing ability. Right? I know it does suck, man. Hell, I can't even do push-ups with that hand right now. I can't pick up more than 50 pounds with that hand, which really sucks because the pressure and the tension makes it feel like somebody's stabbing it with a knife. And if you know anything, work. Anybody won't. If you have to, most jobs you have to pick more than 50 to 60 pounds up. So they don't want to hire you, because of that. They won't tell you that's the reason, but they just won't call you back, and it sucks. I appreciate you, brother. I do hope it heals. Thank you for saying that. I can't wait to get NunnBreakable Creative Arts up and running, though. I think a lot of people will be able to learn from it, especially if they really want to do that kind of artwork. And I mean, like I said, I can do pretty much anything, paper mache, to drawing on pen and paper, to digital, to 3D prints, to you name it, I can probably do it. I built houses for a living, did block work for a living for over 15 years down in Florida. So I got a lot that I can do. Uh, Thanks. Yeah, I eventually want to have the name NunnBreakable like a household name that people go, yeah, yeah. If you go to this channel, this man will teach you, and you ain't got to pay a dime. That's my thing. I mean, there's too many people who just won't do it, and I just don't get it. Like, I'm not a greedy person. I'm simple. You know what I mean? I want to pay. I want to be able to pay my bills and live comfortably, and I don't care about anything else. And then if I can teach people along the way, hell yeah. I guess it's my passion. Unfortunately, the school that my kids go to, they only do art classes for one semester, and then they're done. Where I went to school, it was art classes all year round, so they needed a teacher. And now they just stick somebody in there that doesn't even know what they're doing just to get an art class. And I wish they would do an all year round art school or art class for kids, because I personally think that art is a big thing for people, just like music. Music can change your emotions, so can art.
Our school is bad anyway.
Yeah, this is little NunnBreakable. He just turned 18.
Yep.
He's working with me. This is his first job. Technically, I mean he's worked before, but like on taxes, like on paper, this is his first job.
Yeah. Fun stuff, man. Fun stuff. I'm working all day, every day.
Right? Like I feel the same way. Oh yeah, that's cool. I didn't see that before.
2019.
I feel like kids need it. It keeps their. So here's the thing about art. He said, "Congrats to you."
Thank you, brother.
I think kids need art for a huge reason. It opens their brain. It opens their mind. Honestly, it helps them think outside of the box. And without that, your creativity just kind of bombs. You know, like my kids. So when I was growing up, my dad was super strict. I mean, I was 10 years old working on cars, which great. I mean, honestly, one of the best things that happened because I learned how to work on cars. I don't have to have anybody for it. But there was a lot of creativity things that I would do that they would like push it away from me. And so when I have 4 boys now, and I don't do that to them. Like, I want their minds to be open all the time. So if they can think of something, do it. You know, when they were younger, I wouldn't even get mad at them when they wrote on the walls, because to me that was just their way of being creative. Because honestly, paint covers it, so why get mad, you know? Being able to visualize your ideas is powerful for types. Yeah, exactly, it is. It's a huge, powerful tool for you to have. I think if you can visualize it, man, there's so many jobs out there that people would love to have that person. And I did CNC work too for a while, and I designed parts that went on like the luxury boats for the roofs. And every time a company would come in, they'd be like, "All right, we need this to work, and we don't know how to do it." So they'd bring it to me, and I'd make it work. And we're talking like 500, 600, almost $1 million boats. I love doing the work. I hate math, but I realized when I got out of high school and in college, when I got into the CNC machine work, I was doing math and didn't even realize it because it was all just like it just come to you. And like I tell my kids, you know, when you get out of school, they don't give you quizzes. So when you're doing like CNC machine work, or you're like working on a car and you need to do fabrication, you're not being quizzed. So it's easier because it's you making these designs out of your brain instead of a piece of paper that says, "Are you correct?" You know? What happened? Oh, he does sound like Homer. That's cool that your dad was a machinist, though. Did he love his job? I know most machinists do, and they're very like adamant about it. it's kind of a proud thing, you know, when you build something or you design something, and then you see that product. It's like, wow, I did that. Oh yeah, I did CNC lathes too. See, I got one kid out of the 4 that's super good at math. That's cool. He had his own shop. I would love to have a couple of my own CNC machines, like the 3D print uh, machine that I have. It's a CNC machine too, but it's, you know, that's like my very first one, and I want to keep going and getting different ones, um, because it's enjoyable to me. And the thing is that I can make things. It's not bad, but I think it's hourly, or I mean not hourly, monthly. I want to. The thing about three. Sorry, I'm talking to my son too. The thing that 3D prints are awesome about is I can make something, paint it, make it look like it was from the store, but there's no way in the world that you'd ever be able to buy it because it's one of a kind. So people could be like, oh, well, I want a Freddy Krueger, you know? I'm just saying that because Halloween came around, right? And I could do that, and they'd be like, wow, I got the only one, you know? And I usually do is when I sell them, I put my name on it, you know, my signature, and then I put number 1, number 2, number 3. I mark every one of them because I think that makes it more significant. So they can be like, oh, I have the first one, or I have the second one, you know, ever made. Because at the end of the day, it is the first or second one ever made. I learned that because I used to buy these glass plates that had the Simpsons on it, and every year you could buy one, but they only made like say 500 of them. So you got, you know, 426 one, and I thought it was really cool because it's worth money at that point. Yeah, that's usually how it goes. Like when you're a CNC operator, it's either family. It's like a family thing. It's either passed down from your dad, your grandfather, or your great grandfather. You know, my grandpa used to do CNC, and then he went from that to because he was a Coast Guard. He retired from Coast Guard, did CNC work, and then he changed it up, and now he does a lot of like woodworking stuff. So that you can like put what do they call them? What do they call those things where you get water from them? Do you know what I'm talking about? The old time back in the day where they would get drinking water. They would it would come down, and they would have like a bucket. It'd go down, and then they'd fill it up with the bucket and roll it back up.
No, I don't know.
Oh, if I could remember the name of it, I'd tell you. But he used to make a bunch of them out of wood, just for yard ornaments, and people loved it. Then he does like a bunch of the pictures, drawings, like Betty Boop and yard gnomes and stuff like that. And he's 83 this year, and he's still working like he's 16. Because that's what he loves doing. Yeah, he enjoys it for sure. It's cool seeing what he likes to do. He used to take these bottle caps from all the like glass soda bottles, and he would collect all of them, and then he would make them into like little figures. He would take like metal tubing, and then cut holes in the center of the caps, and then just turn it, like make an arm, make legs, make bodies, and then he would sell those. And I thought that was really cool. I used to watch him when I was really young, and he'd paint them to make it look like it had clothes on and everything else. Super cool. He's my 5 foot tall leprechaun grandpa. That's sick, man. So they made stuff for Einstein. That is freaking awesome. So my last CNC job, I was doing stuff for the military, and I had to build drones, unmanned drones that actually carried bombs.
Chicago.
And every time I walked into the building, I had to have clearance, which was kind of crazy. I'd never worked something like that in my life, and you had to sign papers saying that you wouldn't tell people where you worked. And I was like, holy crap, this is crazy. I mean, I can talk about like what I did, but I can't say where I was. And the thing about military, when you're working for the military, everything has to be precise. Like you're literally looking under a microscope. That's how precise it has to be. Because they don't want it to fail. And if you can't do it, you don't get to work there. Heck yeah, dude. Yeah, if you're good enough, you're going to be working for a company like that, and you'll make good money doing it too. Yep, microscopes. And then there's this little thing. You walk into the testing room, and it was, I don't even know how to use it. Like, I didn't have to. They had their own test. Like, we just took the parts into the testing room, and then they had testers that would actually do it for you. And if you were off by, like, I mean, I'm talking so small that you can't see it with your eyes. If you were off a little bit, you'd get written up. This is definitely crazy work, but it was fun. Yeah, same place. Well, not the same place, but same thing. So all the material that we used, nobody in civilian wise could ever get the material. They made their own material, and I mean, it looked like metal, but it wasn't. And whatever was left, whether it be chips, uh, chunks, it didn't matter. It all had to go back in this barrel, and then all that stuff had to go back to the military, and then they would melt it down and then bring more back. It's crazy, right? I couldn't tell you what the material was because, like I said, if you looked at it by eye, it looked like just normal steel. And don't get caught ever trying to take a piece because your ass is in trouble. Yeah, I felt like that too sometimes. Like, is this stuff even, should you even be touching it? You know, if when it's cutting it, should you be breathing it in? Like, yeah, who knows, because nobody even knows what it is. Like I said, you can't buy it in the civilian market. It's nuts. I would think that if it was dangerous, they wouldn't put it out there. But I mean, they've done some crazier shit, like Agent Orange. It's supposed to just be like plant spray, but ended up being way worse than that. All right, we're still alive. That's good. Yeah, I'm 43, so hopefully it ain't gonna affect me later on in life, but you never know.
Yo, bro. What?
Just have a third eye. Yeah, dude, if I had a third eye, that would be awesome.
Bro, I found a Challenger up in the hill. It says 124 million for that car.
Yeah,
They're on something.
No, it's so that you'll click on it. I mean, they did have, what, 3 eyes in the Simpsons fish? From the chemicals in the water?
7,000. I don't know, because they ain't saying shit. You don't know if it's a down or not.
I'm surprised there hasn't been a truck yet. Last night they were coming in around 1:30. I mean, I'm knock on wood, that's not too terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it says here that you're my number one fan right now.
There's no way. No way this is a 2022 Dodge Challenger SXT Coupe 2-door.
I appreciate it, yeah, man. Get some sleep, and we'll talk at you later. Probably do some more lives in the next day or so.
It's not saying it's a down payment.
I appreciate you too. You have a good night, brother. It was nice chatting with you.
There's no way.
What's that?
It's not saying it's a down payment.
Oh, for $5,000? What is it? Yeah, there's no way.
That's a 2022 Dodge Charger.
There's no way $5,000 for
SXT Coupe
22.
2-door.
Yeah, no, there ain't no way, no way.
I mean, if it's, well, they say they're a company and they ship.
What is retouch?
I don't know.
I just figured I'd look through this, while there's nobody really. Oh, look, you can do a 40-second short. Was uploaded. I just uploaded a 40-second short.
That's crazy.
From this? Oh, that's cool. I didn't know you could. First time for everything, I guess, right? This is my first time knowing what to do. Oh, look, what's this?
Backgrounds. So you don't have people seeing what's behind you.
I don't care if they see what I got.
Yeah, it doesn't tell me if it's a down payment or not.
Okay, I said I don't care, and it did it anyway.
It's a 2022, dog. I'll hit them up.
Done.
Niggas.
Looks like nobody else is on right now. We've been on for an hour and 15 minutes. I guess I could probably call it for now, right? Oh, lighting is on. Oh, you can turn the lighting on, look. Cool. So if they can't see my face, now they can. But yeah, no,
I just sent him a message.
Did you?
Yeah. I just said, is it still available? And is that a down payment?
Right.
Because I don't see...
Nope, somebody just came on. And they're back off.
I just finally seen what he meant. Yes, it is a down payment.
No, you just saw it.
Yeah, I just saw it. Yes,
Wonder what they see if I switch over
unsend,
here.
bro. How much times do I
There
get
you
to
go.
unsend?
Now they can see.
Got thinking, dog.
Now they can see what we're working on. Boom.
Why does everybody talk about down payment? I just want to know if it's a true price.
Right.
Down payment. That is the lowest down payment. I mean, I understand though, because that's a 2023 Dodge Challenger.
They're gonna get on here and be like, "What's that?" See? They're gonna get on and be like, "What is that?"
Mm-hmm.
So what is this? Chat filter? Top messages? Community moderation. Okay, I just figured out how to do the moderation thing now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Anyone can participate and send messages. Only those who follow you. No, dude. Why would I want to limit people in chatting? I would want them to be able to text. I mean, it already moderates when it's somebody who is saying something grotesque. So I'm not really worried about that. What's this? No, I don't need that. Oh, you can send to people too, see? You can send your live to anybody.
Mm-hmm.
But it does show me my top fans, see? I don't understand this part though. What's that mean? 125 XP? Is that like points or something?
I'm guessing. Well, I got a 2017 Dodge Challenger.
No, Grandma didn't get no points this time. She's not on.
8,000. But it's in Detroit.
Yeah, I wouldn't even touch that stuff. Anything Detroit, just leave it alone.
I don't think I'll be able to buy one, dog. These motherfuckers got these things for so much cash. When they're like that.
I think once they hit 70 minutes, I'm gonna probably end the live chat.
Mm-hmm.
About that time, somebody will jump on. And Conrad's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Oh, dang. Okay, I like this one.
Yeah, where's it at? Ohio?
Yeah. It's black. With the
Oh,
red.
I like the red.
Yeah, red leather seats.
Alright, guys, well, I'm gonna end this chat. Hope you guys all have a great night, and we'll see you probably back sometime in a few hours, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
See ya.
It's a 2014.